Ken Trahan with Brother Martin head wrestling coach Robby Dauterive. And Robby, congratulations. It's like you said, it's almost an invitational annually, but it's so much more difficult than that.
Well, first of all, we don't take that for granted, but it shows hard work pays off, and really great group of seniors this year led us to the state championship.
You know, you were out of this for nearly a decade, I guess, in terms of coaching. You made the decision to come back, and clearly you don't regret that. And this could have been, maybe it was far-fetched, but this could have been what you envisioned, winning 4 straight when you came back?
Oh, yeah, I didn't come back to get second place. So, yeah, no, this is definitely what I envisioned. You know, after Katrina, I moved to Dallas, and I volunteered at St. Mark's High School, and we won 4 state championships while I was there. So, you know, I was still involved with coaching, but got to give it to my assistant coaches. They're the guys that have taken our technique to the next level.
Yeah, great help, obviously. And the numbers. You know, you and I have been around the sport for, you know, I've been around for 4 decades here in this city and so forth. I haven't seen these kind of numbers anywhere. That speaks volumes about the commitment of the young men, the desire they have to want to come here and be part of a great program.
Yeah, they do. I'm blunt with them. I get them early, and I tell them they're going to be on a state championship team, and we've been able to come through with that. So as long as we continue to do that, I think we'll have kids come here and that are going to want to wrestle for Brother Martin.
You know, it's hard to pick out one. This year's championship certainly has to rank with the others. I know there has to be one somewhere along the way back in the first stint you had here in this stint that maybe stood out more than any other.
You know, it's really tough. I mean, this is the freshest one, and I don't think this one's set in yet because it was such a grueling state tournament. I really haven't given a lot of time to go back and reflect on it, but they're all very special.
You know, you mentioned earlier about Paul Klein, too. There have been some tremendous wrestlers that come through this state. Holy Cross had them in the 60s, and Jesuit had them in the 70s, and Brother Martin had them in the 80s. In recent years, we've seen some tremendous kids that have come through this state, like LeVay and Gibbons and guys like that. Paul, though, is the first guy to ever win 4 of these things.
Yeah, he is, and you know, he's the first kid. I said this after the state tournament. He's really the first kid I've gone to and actually run decisions by him. Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And for me to do that says a lot about him, and the fact that he just came here with such a high wrestling IQ, and he's just been such a tremendous leader for the rest of the kids on the team.
And in Louisiana wrestling, I mean, you go wrestle all over the country. Your program proved that Louisiana can compete. Other schools have done that with some level of success as well. Probably middle of the pack in terms of where we are in wrestling in the country right now. Is that about accurate?
I would say we should be in the top 30 to 50 teams in the country. We're ranked 5th in the Southeast United States. Our performance at the Prep Slam was off the charts. Even though we finished second to the #1, at the time, the #1 ranked team in the nation, we finished in second place by a full 100 points. We really put on a great performance there. I think we can wrestle with anybody outside of maybe the top 20, top 25 teams in the country. I think we can compete with.
In Team Louisiana, when you look at the other programs, Holy Cross, Jesuit, Catholic, Rummel, St. Paul's, Bruley, Turling's Catholic, to name a few, the quality of wrestling in this state seems to be rising on an annual basis.
Oh, there's no doubt. 2 years ago, Team Louisiana won the Dixie Duels, which is basically all-star teams from all the southern states. Last year, they placed 3rd. You know, so no, the kids in Louisiana are going to the national tournaments. We had Paul All-American last year in Virginia Beach, and we expect some more Louisiana kids to do the same this year.
Such a tough sport to get kids to come out for and stick with because it's so demanding physically and mentally, and yet you've done it here. As you look ahead, I know you love to do these things. 5. Can you make it 5?
Well, we're sure going to try. We return 8 place finishers, 6 from this year, and then Jacob and Matt will be back, and they placed as sophomores. So we're going to return 8 place finishers. We have some fantastic kids ready to step in, and I really think we'll be very competitive next year.
Very modest. Robby, thank you. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much.